Hi, everyone. My name is Ryan Schallenberger. I am the marketing manager here at Reveille Software. We'd like to thank everyone for taking the time to join us for this presentation today. We will be diving into our newly unveiled solutions for ECM and RPA, as we like to call them, solution packs. First, we will hear from Brian Dwyer, who is the CTO and co-founder of Reveille, to give a bit of background. And then Kieran Fox, our senior pre-sales consultant, will review each solution and give a short demo. Before we start, I did want to mention a few things. This webinar is being recorded, and we want to make everyone aware of that to make it available for those who can't attend today, and also for those who are attending, that you can have it as a resource. Also, we open up this webinar up to a variety of folks. This includes partners, customers, and those who may not be familiar with Reveille at all. And as I touched on, our agenda includes a short overview on Reveille, a dive into the new solutions, a demo, next steps, and answering any questions that you may have. If you do have questions, please use the Q&A function within Zoom, and we'll make sure to try to answer those at the end. And if we don't have time, we'll be sure to reach out to you directly with any answers to those questions. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Brian.
Thank you, Ryan. Hello, everyone. We appreciate your time today. So for those that may be unfamiliar with Reveille, and a little background for those that are, we view Reveille's purpose as it ensures the best customer experience for business critical applications that rely on content. And Reveille supports, in order to meet that criteria, Reveille supports the major content services providers today. It includes Highland, OpenText, IBM, Box, Kofax, and Microsoft Solutions. Reveille is agentless, so it can be implemented quickly, and its flexible architecture allows it to run in the various scenarios we see today across our customer and partners, either in your own data center or in a hybrid approach where you have pieces of your content services on public cloud, such as AWS or Azure or GCP, or your own private cloud, and then some is still residing or integrated with applications in a traditional data center. The other important piece about Reveille is it is a configuration solution. So we've done the heavy lifting and the necessary integration to give you deep instrumentation and understanding of your content services, but implement it through a configuration delivery approach. So with that, I want to spend a few minutes talking about, well, how is Reveille different compared to the monitoring applications or tool sets you already have in place? Well, number one, the most important is we are focused on providing deep visibility instrumentation and to ensure that best customer experience when there is a high dependence on content services applications as part of an ECM portfolio. So that is our focus. We also change the perspective from reacting to trouble tickets or alerts from other systems or other teams in your organization or departments, and give you a tool built for you that allows you to proactively understand what is the service level that's being delivered, and are you meeting your service level objectives, and then give you insight on how users are actually accessing and deploying their business applications against APIs you may have created using the content services interfaces. And we know majority of those on the call, you have more than one content services or ECM platform. Based on recent data from AIM, it's approaching almost 5, on average, at least 5 platforms, ECM platforms per organization. With Reveille's breadth of support, we can give you a single view across those, which is very, very powerful. Not only the platform itself, but again, the user analytics and also the application integration points. So as a management owner, you have a comfort that you know when things are operating the way they should be running, and if there's an issue, you know about it before someone else tells you about it. And as I mentioned, our flexible architecture, we have patent collector technology allows us to support the various deployment arrangements that you have today, be it hybrid cloud or traditional. Once we do detect an issue, Reveille actually can take an action too. So we can either on conditional response or automatic response, remove a bottleneck, such if there's a lost connection between a capture system and a repository system, or there's a backup within the capture processing in terms of some image cleanup or image handling, or there is an issue on the document retrieval side from an ECM web application. There are numerous things can be done, and they support both also the traditional or AWS or Azure or GCP type environment actions. We know you already have existing tools. They do great things for you. So all this wonderful data that Reveille gathers that's focused on ECM, we can also share that. We have over 20 connectors in place that allow you to take Reveille data and you tie it into your existing incident management systems or event notification processes. All of this that yields then a lower total cost of ownership in terms of managing your ECM environment, improve service levels, and then reduces your risk as you understand how people are accessing content. So with this, today we're covering the Reveille solutions packs. And why did those come into being? Well, we see a number of people with Reveille. They use it for the traditional application management, application monitoring needs. So it's providing service level management. Reveille has incredible amount of data that can be used to answer common questions that we have heard from the folks that are running content services teams today. Whether you're in an ECM shared services, an automation group, center of excellence, content services team, or your MSP, a managed service provider, there are questions that are being asked around who is using the content, how are they using it, what are your license, how are your licenses being used, etc., that Reveille can rapidly put that information together with these solution packs and help answer them. And the solution pack includes a discovery portion, templates, configuration, and training. So it's a one-stop shop. And we have also tailored these solution packs for the attachment that they're being targeted to. And another result from the solution pack, given the higher value that's being the higher value that's available and the information that Reveille is now communicating, it increases the trust and confidence for any of the organizations that are running these ECM environments, because you're not only answering a question, you're giving more transparency in how these assets are being used. So with that brief overview, I'd like to turn it over to Kieran Fox to take you through the solution packs.
Hello, everyone, and thanks, Brian. Let's look at Reveille's solution packs in more detail to get a better understanding of what they provide. The solution packs build upon the core functionality of Reveille's platform and Reveille User Analytics. They take the core of Reveille's monitoring solution and expand it to address specific business requirements. First, let's look at our chargeback solution. Companies struggle with inaccuracies in their ECM chargeback data, as they often make chargeback decisions based on estimates, using a common charge for all departments that use ECM services. Reveille enables chargeback based on actual usage. Usage data is captured automatically, allowing organizations to justify system costs and charges. Data captured includes user levels, object counts, ECM transaction counts, repository storage usage, and more. Chargeback reports can be automatically produced and delivered. Next, we have our solution for license management. Companies struggle with ECM license management. Reveille's license management solution accurately tracks ECM and RPA license usage. It provides real-time license use data and accurate usage plans. Reveille automatically captures data such as user levels, user count trends, application session counts, capture page counts, and more. And license management reports can be automatically produced and delivered. Capacity planning can be difficult as organizations often make capacity planning decisions based on estimates of future use and little understanding of how the system is performing for end users. Reveille enables capacity planning by providing accurate data on system use and performance. Organizations can now define performance baselines and plan for future growth. The data that Reveille captures automatically for capacity planning includes CPU levels, disk capacity, transaction performance levels, session counts, and more. And again, this is based on actual usage. Capacity planning reports can be automatically produced and delivered. Next, we have our content security solution. Security-related information within ECM systems can be difficult, if not impossible, for many organizations to capture. Reveille monitors how ECM users access content from both ECM platforms, supplied web applications, and custom-built API-driven ECM applications, allowing organizations to detect and respond to suspicious content access. Reveille's content security data captures include transaction type, transaction date and time, user location details, transaction details, and more. Unlike our other solutions, security reports can be automatically produced and delivered. Let's talk about our ECM compliance solution. Obtaining compliance-related information from ECM systems is a complex, time-consuming process. Reveille monitors how both your ECM and RPA systems are used, providing data for your compliance requirements needs and fulfilling audit and compliance requests. Data captured includes transformation information, server and client details, user details, transaction duration, and more. Compliance reports can be automatically produced and delivered. Keeping ECM systems running smoothly, delivering stable services is vital to organizations. This is what our service level management solution addresses. Reveille ensures you meet required service levels for your ECM system, providing early notification of service level performance issues. Data captured includes document access performance, application session counts, transaction performance levels, capture operating performance, and more. Service level management reports can be automatically produced and delivered. Next is our solution for ECM remediation. Reveille provides a single view of an organization's complex ECM environment, identifies issues before impact, notifies personnel, and provides remediation, not reaction. Reveille can manage ECM issues with automatic proactive actions, notifying the appropriate personnel, and if required, open and close issue tickets. Reveille monitors and manages ECM environments within the organization, but it does not stand alone. Integration with multiple systems is required. With Reveille's enterprise integration solution, Reveille can connect you to item and scene toolsets, incident management systems, collaboration tools, data visualization and analytics tools. Let's take a look at a couple of the solutions Reveille offers in action. First, Reveille's chargeback solution. As I said earlier, companies struggle with inaccuracies in their ECM chargeback data. They often make chargeback decisions based on estimates, using a common charge for all departments that use ECM services. The time and effort to manually gather, track, and produce objective chargeback information for each ECM department and consumer is a huge manual task, with at best suspect data sources. Thus, they find it difficult to support their chargeback decisions and answer department requests for user and object-level chargeback information. With Reveille, companies can eliminate the requirements of pulling information from multiple sources to gather ECM-focused chargeback data. It captures all the necessary metrics automatically based on actual usage, This includes key information for ECM chargebacks such as user levels, object counts, document transaction counts, repository storage, and more. Reveille requires no change to the target application and does not impact operating performance. Next, we'll look at Reveille's service level management solution. Not meeting required service levels and poor performance of enterprise content management systems is one of the biggest headaches faced by many organizations. Answering "how are we doing" is difficult. Often, the first an organization knows of an issue is that the end user is opening a support instance or an escalation phone call from a business client management. The ECM system requirements are usually straightforward. Keeping ECM running smoothly, delivering stable service levels, resolving issues before they impact end users, track performance and define service level baselines, report on ECM operating KPIs. To do this manually requires manual checklists, customer scripting, a business analyst-based DIY solution approach that is a slow and costly exercise. With Reveille, companies can accurately monitor how the ECM system is performing. It captures all the necessary metrics automatically based on actual usage. This includes key information for ECM service level management, such as user levels, document performance, application session counts, transaction performance levels, CPU levels, memory levels, capture operating performance, etc. Reveille requires no changes to the target application and does not impact operating performance. Based on this Reveille gathered data, the organization can ensure they are meeting the required service levels and have early notification of developing performance issues. Reveille delivers these solution packs for ECM systems, deployable out of the box in a matter of days, while also delivering the core Reveille benefits of monitoring and managing these same ECM systems. Of course, the solution packs are tailored for ECM platform to maximize your benefits. Thanks for your time. Hopefully you found the session useful. I'll now pass back to Brian to close our session.
Thank you, Kieran. So hopefully you've seen that the solution packs provide some great answers to common questions for folks that are managing these ECM environments, and elevate the value of what, for those that already have Reveille, elevate your value in terms of what you will get out of it. So for more information, and you will get a copy of this with the direct links embedded, but you can go to, we have a full web page that has more video demonstrations and more overviews for each of the solution packs that Kieran covered. And then once you have a chance to review that, if you'd like further discussion, please reach out to Bob Howitt, our Reveille VP of Sales, or you can reach us through the contact form on the website. One thing we did not cover specifically was pricing, but these solution packs are priced very attractively through annual subscription licenses. And there are other options based on what your financial preference is in terms of acquiring additional solutions for Reveille. But Bob Howitt is ready to have conversations for either new prospects or existing customers about how we can best leverage your solution pack. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ryan.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, let's go over some of the questions that came in here. And I think these will be directed to you, Brian. Question number 1 is, if we have Reveille 10, how can we use the solution packs?
Well, if you have Reveille 10, that's super, because that is the base that's required for the solution pack. And this solution pack includes a discovery, as we mentioned. So we would first go through a discovery phase. There's a tool we include within Reveille 10 to help identify what additional areas would have to be either updated or provided to allow Reveille to gather the data to then fill the dashboard and report templates. So you're well on your way if you have Reveille 10.
Thanks, Brian. Here's another one I think we just answered. I'll go ahead and answer it. But the question is, who do we contact for more information about pricing and delivery? As Brian mentioned, that would be Bob Howitt, VP of Sales. His email is bhowitt@reveillesoftware.com. I think we've shown that on the slides. Or you can use any contact form on our website. Our last question is from Sean. What level of Reveille is required to use a solution pack?
So as mentioned, Reveille 10 is the base level required for the solution packs. As I mentioned, if you're running Reveille 10, then you're well on your way. If you're not, if you're running, for example, Reveille 8, as part of the implementation of the solution pack, we will also take you through the upgrade process to get you to Reveille 10, because the upgrade process is very similar to what you experienced with Reveille in the past. It's very straightforward, well documented, and done many times. It involves a database update utility to modify the database schema, and then updating the Reveille software itself for either Reveille platform or Reveille user analytics.
Thanks, Brian, and thanks to everyone who submitted a question. I believe that's all the time that we have right now. So if you did submit a question, we will be reaching out to you directly. And again, as Brian mentioned, please visit our website. We have pages on each and every solution that Kieran and the team just went over today, a video as well, and further overviews and PDF documentation. So please feel free to dive into those and contact us if you have further questions. But if you did have a question, we didn't get to review it today, we'll be reaching out to you directly. So we'd like to thank you once again, everyone, for joining us, and we appreciate your time today.